This machine was not built here. It was found, mean, at the bottom of dark water Nelnia. But before the paint, before the flag, before the rebuild piling, there was only darkness and rust.
Somewhere beneath the surface, an American war machine had been waiting, corroded, forgotten, still bearing its original markings. The flag was still there, faded, corroded, but unmistakable.
The decision had been made. The machine would be brought back, obtain whatever it took.
Iranian military divers were the first to reach it, at the bottom of the dark water.
Above the surface, the operation was already underway. Every cable under maximum tension.
Hundreds of tons of steel. One chance to bring it to the surface.
It broke the surface after years in the dark, dripping, corroded, still flying its original flag.
In full daylight, the scale of the decay was undeniable. But so was the opportunity. From the water to the road, the journey to the facility had begun. Under the cover of night, the convoy moved without stopping. Destination classified. The gates opened once. The machine that entered would never leave in the same condition.
Inside the facility, Iranian military engineers began their assessment. Systematic, precise, unhurried. Every damaged section was cataloged. Every component assessed before a single bolt was touched. Years underwater had left their mark on every surface. Deep, systematic, total corrosion. Disassembly came first. Every external component removed, cataloged, and assessed individually. The turret came free after enormous resistance fortures. Two major components now separated for the first time. Inside, years of floodwater had reached every surface, every wire, every component. The power plant, a gas turbine engine, came out corroded beyond recognition. Every system would need to be rebuilt from nothing. Every single component, separated, laid out, and assessed. The machine had been reduced to its most fundamental parts.
The chemical treatment room was prepared first. Industrial derusting solution frozen, precisely formulated, carefully controlled. The moment steel met chemical drying, the rust began to dissolve. A reaction years in the making.
Beneath the rust, solid steel, structurally intact, waiting to be revealed.
Out of the chemical bath, steel reborn. The rust that had built for years, gone in hours. Sandblasting followed, stripping the last traces of contamination down to raw, bright steel.
Every structural weakness identified in assessment was addressed, life end, weld by careful weld.
Each weld bead poured, inspected, cleaned, and verified before the next section began.
Every suspension component assessed against new stock. What could not be saved was replaced entirely. Inside the turbine jodas, every blade, every seal, every bearing had been compromised by years of submersion. Ultrasonic cleaning reached where no tool could during, dissolving mineral deposits from every blade surface simultaneously. Beneath years of mineral fouling, precision aerospace steel, profile intact, geometry preserved.
The interior was scoured completely out. Every trace of the river flushed out before reconstruction could begin.
Every interior surface sealed against future corrosion, protection built from the inside out.
Every wire replaced. Every circuit rebuilt from new stock. Itu, no compromise on electrical integrity. New arteries of copper and insulation threaded through the hull. The machine beginning to gain its nervous system again. The turbine was rebuilt stage by stage, each component torqued to specification before the next could follow. The rebuilt heart of the machine lowered back into position. every mounting point engaged with precision.
The original electronics were beyond recovery. What replaced them was a generation ahead of what had been there before.
New armor panels master, fabricated in-house to a specification that exceeded the original design.
Layer by layer, the hull grew stronger than it had ever been, the upgrade built directly into the structure.
The main gun barrel generals. Precision bored back to exact specification. Every micron measured and verified.
The turret, sandblasted to bare steel, the original markings gone, assessed with the same precision as the hull.
The running gear rebuilt from the ground up, Hornet. Every road wheel, every track link installed to specification.
Inside the turret, a new generation of fire control systems where outdated analog instruments once sat.
Hull and turret reunited. For the first time since its recovery, the machine stood whole again. Inside the turret, a new generation of fire control systems where outdated analog instruments once sat. The moment of truth, Lanand. The rebuilt turbine spooling up for the first time since the tank left the riverbed.
The turbine ran. After years of silence at the bottom of the river, the engine answered.
Turret traverse, smooth, precise, hydraulic pressure nominal. Every system responding to command.
Every surface unified under primer, a condole, the first coat that would carry the machine's new identity. Layer by layer, the machine's new color identity was built. Green over gray. New over old.
The paint was cured under controlled heat, hardening the finish to military specification durability.
Out of the heat came a finish harder than the original. Uniform, deep, authoritative.
New markings applied with precision feelers, the machine's Iranian military identity taking permanent form. The flag that replaced the one that came out of the water, applied with the same precision as everything that preceded it. Where the American flag once corroded in dark water truly, the Iranian flag now stood permanent and precise.
Every external fitting installed to specification, nothing temporary, nothing provisional. Built to last.
Sensor systems a generation beyond the original, fitted where basic optics once sat. Every display illuminated, every system initialized. The machine had become something entirely new.
Inside, a crew environment rebuilt entirely from new. Every station functional, every system connected.
The doors had been sealed throughout the entire process. Now, for the first time, they opened.
The lead engineer walked the full perimeter, Mason. Every surface, every system, every detail verified against specification. Under its own power, for the first time since recovery. Every system performing. Every component responding.
In full daylight, the transformation was total. Nothing of the wreck remained visible. Only the machine it had become.
Every angle toes transformed. Every surface toes rebuilt. Every system toes upgraded beyond the original.
From the bottom of dark water, bearing one flag, into full daylight, bearing another.
A gun barrel precision bored and verified, now aligned and ready. Nothing left to chance. New track on reconditioned running gear, Fister. Every road wheel aligned, every pad uniform, every bearing sealed. Permanent, precise, vivid in full daylight, where only corrosion and dark water had been before.
From a corroded wreck at the bottom of dark water, delayed, to this, a complete
Same steel, opposite conditions, opposite flag. The transformation through, absolute and complete.
What was recovered from the depths termly now stands permanent, built to remain, built to endure.
The bottom of dark water. To this, the transformation is complete.